Welcome to Game 3 between the Atlanta Braves of 1999 and the Kansas City Royals of 2015. The first two games were blowouts by Atlanta, and if Kansas City wants to try and get back in this series, they have to win today. They have to. There's no other way. Atlanta, you can see that their lineup is going to be Andrew Jones, Brian Jordan, Chipper Jones, Klesko, Lopez, Brett Boone, Randall Simon hitting 7th, Gerald Williams 8th, and Ozzie Guillen hitting 9th. In the postseason, they have had 5 of their 9 in the starting lineups hitting over 300. They also have unbelievable amounts of home runs. Andrew Jones has hit 9 home runs in 16 games. On the other side, you have Lorenzo Cain, Jared Dyson, Kendry Morales, Salvador Perez, Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakas, Alex Gordon, then Christian Colon, and Alcides Escobar. Of these, 3 are hitting over 300, and they don't nearly have the power that the Atlanta Braves have. For Kansas City, if they don't get together right now, this could easily be their last game. So we're going to be ready to go. Game number 3. The other games, you can see Cincinnati at Atlanta. Series is tied at 1. Tampa Bay and Baltimore, series is tied at 1. And Baltimore and Houston, it's 2-0 for Houston. So we're going to be underway. Edison Volquez, he's the pitcher. He's pitching .386 for his ERA, 12 strikeouts, 7 walks. Say he's given up 7 earned runs, though. Given up 16 hits in 16 innings. So here's Andrew Jones. Unbelievable. 9 home runs, 21 RBI. And the pitch, it's going to be outside ball 2. So it's the second ball because remember, the first pitch glitch. When you start these games, it'll be inside 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Andrew Jones. And that's going to be a strike right down the middle. Kansas City, what they need is they need a stop early. And then after the stop, they need to, that's going to be ball 4. And they walk Andrew Jones. Beautiful night here. They need to stop Atlanta early, and then they kind of need to get a lot of runs early, too. So that'll be down low, ball 1. Here's Brian Jordan. And that'll be a strike. Kansas City wanted to go to the semifinals again, and that was their mission, to try and win it. A swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jordan. Struck him out. There's 1 out. So, Volquez gets a strikeout there. Here's Chipper Jones with 1 out. Chipper. And they're going to throw to second on the steal, and he's going to be safe. Andrew Jones, his first stolen base of the playoffs. And Chipper now. It's going to be outside. Ball 1. 1-1. They throw to second, he's safe. To Chipper Jones. And that's going to be a strike 1 and 2. I won't lie, most of these games have been really a lot big margin games. And it'll be 2 and 2 with an out. Usually in the 7th or 8th inning, they get broken wide open. And that'll be a ball 3 and 2. So Volquez right now and Kansas City don't really have a margin for error at all. And that's ball 4. Yeah, there is no margin for error here, and here's Ryan Klesko. Klesko hitting .224 though. Now it'll be on the ground. It could be 4-6-3. There's 4-6-3, and they get it out. They get out of the inning. That is so big that they get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0. Bottom of the first, you got Kane, Dyson, and Morales. And John Smoltz will be pitching. 2.25 ERA, struck out 27, walked 4. 2-1 in the playoffs. The Atlanta Braves in 1999. Looking good. The pitch, it's going to be a strike. Early, Kansas City needs something here. It'll be to right field, and it'll be 1 out. There's Brian Jordan. They have a tough outfield. They have one of the best defensive outfields. As Jared Dyson will come up here in the bottom of the first. Dyson on the ground. Short to first, 2 outs. They get 2 distinct feelings out of this. Atlanta would seem like a struggle for Kansas City to stop them. Right now, Smoltz is mowing them down, and here's Kendry Morales. There'll be a ball inside. But you never know. Maybe it was just the first inning. Morales, and that's a base hit. So the first hit for Kansas City. And the first one really of the game. And Morales will get on first. Here's Salvador Perez, the catcher. Throw to first, he's safe. So Perez, and that's going to be a ball down low, 1-0. Perez is swing and a miss. So 1-1 to Salvador Perez, hitting .215. Has 5 home runs and 9 RBI. That'll be fouled off, 2 strikes. He hit .290 in the regular season. He's a good early inning hitter at .333. Struck him out, though. We say that, and Smoltz gets him on a strikeout. At the end of 1, here in the round of 8, game number 3, pivotal for Kansas City. It's 0-0. Second inning. You can see the out-of-town scores now. Here's Javi Lopez. And Lopez for Atlanta. That'll be down low, ball 1. Houston leading Baltimore 2-0. Baltimore 69 is down 2 games to none there. And that'll be a strike, 1-1. The pitch. That'll be to right field. And it'll be a base hit. So that'll be Atlanta's first hit. And we go to Brett Boone. Boone, and that's going to be a strike. Bottom of the first. A swing and a miss here, 0-2. Boone from Volquez. And that'll be low. The other Cincinnati at Atlanta, that's a 0-0 game there. This one, the pitch. Hit him. It hit him, and he'll go to first. So top of the second, first and second with nobody out. And Randall Simon, the DH. That's going to be a ball. Randall Simon is hitting .344. 2 home runs, 7 RBI. 2 on, nobody out, it's 2-0. Volquez is just the feeling might have been right. It's a struggle, and here we go, another 4-6-3. And he gets it, another 4-6-3 double play. It's 2 double plays in 2 innings for Kansas City. And now Gerald Williams, who's hitting .333. And that's going to be a ball down low. So Williams, left field. It'll be high. Whoa, they call that a strike. But Edison Volquez, he struggled the first 2 innings. That's going to be to right field and foul. 1-2 with 2 outs. Hard shot to right field. That's going to score. It's 1-0 Atlanta. And it goes all the way to the wall. And they might go to third, but they're going to stop at second there. And an RBI, and Atlanta has a 1-0 lead. Gerald Williams. And here's Ozzie Guillen. Again, it's down low, ball 1. Volquez. And it'll be 2-0. Guillen has a chance to get one more. It'll be 2-1. Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. That'll be a shot. Short to first. And that'll be the out. Well, Atlanta gets one. And they're really getting a lot of people on base. It's 1-0. Bottom of the second. Here's Hosmer, Moustakas, and Gordon. So Baltimore's tied Houston in the bottom of the first. So here's Eric Hosmer, and that's going to be a strike. Bottom of the second. Kansas City down 1-0, 1-1. They might be a little more patient against Smoltz. That's going to be fouled away, 1-2. Kansas City down 2-0. And that'll be a hard hit foul. Down 2-0. They call that a strike, and that's going to be a strikeout, 1 out. I'll tell you what, Kansas City having trouble here, and here's Moustakas. What they can't afford is to have the Braves on a roll, and that's going to be a ball. If Smoltz gets on a roll, it could be over for Kansas City. High pop fly, and that'll be caught, 2 outs. It's Ozzie Guillen who went to center field. And here is Alex Gordon. And that's going to be a strike. John Smoltz only with 18 pitches. And that'll be 0-2 with 2 outs. The 0-2. High pop fly, center field to the warning track. And that's going to be caught for 3 outs. The end of 2. It's Atlanta 1, Kansas City 0. Taking a look here, Tampa Bay. Series is tied at 1 there at Baltimore. Houston and Baltimore are tied. And Cincinnati and Atlanta are tied. The only one you look at is Houston right now. They're up 2-0. And it's 2-2 here. Third inning, Jones, Jordan, and Chipper. Here's Andrew. And that's going to be a strike. Can they get through an inning? That'll be a ball there. 1-1. Can they get through an inning and go 1, 2, 3? 1-2 to Andrew Jones, the center fielder. And that'll be a ball, 2-2. Edison Volquez. Oh, a little too low. It'll be 3-2. 3-2. Did he go? No, he didn't, and it's going to be a walk. And again, if you're Kansas City, you can't survive like this. And here's Brian Jordan. Jordan, and they're going to go to second. The throw to second, and he's safe. Andrew Jones has his second steal of the day. This is the third series for everybody. He'll be 0-2, and he had no steals before today, and he has 2 now. Struck him out. That's 1 out. You know, Perez has to get those runners. Has to. And that's going to be a ball. Perez is only hitting .212 as a catcher. So he's safe at second. On the outside, 2-0 to Chipper. Chipper versus righties hitting .267. And it's 3-0. Volquez having trouble here. The pitch. And he walked them. And again, this is one of those times Atlanta's getting players on. And here's Klesko's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ball down low. Edison Volquez. I'll throw that one down the middle. He took that for a strike. Klesko had a good regular season. This one will hook foul, and it'll be foul. 1-2. Klesko had 36 home runs, and he had 320. He'll be on the ground again. He's only hitting .220, 100 points lower in the playoffs. Struck him out. 2 outs. And here's Javi. Javi Lopez, who's 1 for 1 today. And that'll be fouled off 0-1. Atlanta trying to add to their lead. Fouled it again, quickly 0-2. The 0-2. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. Again, Kansas City allows multiple runners. It's 1-0. Here's Christian Colon, the second baseman. And that'll be a strike. So Colon, and 1-1. The 1-1 to Colon, and that's going to be a strike again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. John Smoltz. A shot to right field, and a base hit. And it goes to right field here. Colon gets on, and here's Kansas City now. Starting to get people on with nobody out. So that's big, and here comes Alcides Escobar. Maybe they can get the momentum going their way. Smoltz gives up another base hit, and it'll be ball 1. Ball 1 to Escobar. They got Kane and Dyson coming up. Escobar, and this could be another. No, they just throw it to first to get 1 out. So they only get 1 out. Taking second is Colon. And here's Lorenzo Cain, who's 0 for 1. And a pitch down low, 1-0. Bottom of the third. They throw to second, he's safe. Did he go? It doesn't matter. It's a strike. Right in the spot. Atlanta leading Cincinnati 3-0 at Fulton County Stadium. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Series is tied at 1 there. And he hit him. He hit him. And it'll be 1 first and second with 1 out. And now here's Jared Dyson. Dyson 262. Smoltz, it's going to be a strike. Dyson, the 0-1. High pop fly. This one is deep, but it'll go to the wall. Will he go to third? It'll be caught. They're going to stay at first and second. There's going to be 2 outs. And here's Kendry Morales. The DH, he's 1 for 1 today. Morales on the ground. First pitch, they get him out. And Kansas City does not get a run. The end of 3, it's 1-0 Atlanta. Top of the 4th, Brett Boone. Boone, Simon, and Williams against Volquez. And a swing and a miss here, 0-1 to Brett Boone. Boone walked his first time up. He's still 0 for 0, but this time it'll be short to first. 1 out. And that first out is the biggest thing for Volquez. He needs that, and here's Randall Simon now. Randall, and that's going to be a strike. Now, he's only given up 1 run on 2 hits. He's given up a few walks and got people on. It'll be 1-1. He's walked 4 today. So, Volquez getting that first out is big, and it'll be strike 2. If he can get on a real groove now, Kansas City might be able to get something. They're behind away 2-2. But it's all up to Volquez. Struck him out, and he's doing well this inning, 2 outs. For Atlanta, they should have capitalized. They didn't capitalize in the first couple innings. And it hurt. And that's going to be a strike outside to Gerald Williams. Hitting .345, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs in the playoffs. It'll be high 1-1. The 1-1. It'll be low 2-1. Tampa Bay leading Baltimore. Big there. This will be short to first. And that'll be another out. So 3 outs. They get the 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, you got Perez, Hosmer, and Moustakas. So here's Perez. And that'll be fouled off, 0-1. The 0-1. It'll be 1-1. Here in the 4th, it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Salvador. That'll be hit hard to first. And then out there, it'll be 1 out. Here's Eric Hosmer. First base. And that'll be a strike. It'll be low ball 1. So Hosmer is 0 for 1. And ball 2. 2-1. 3-1 now to Hosmer. So if Hosmer gets on, that'll be big. He's 0 for 1 today. And ball 4, and he gets the first. So this will be the 2nd inning straight that they get runners on, and that's big. This time it's with 1 out. And last inning it was with 0. So 2nd straight inning, 1 or less outs, they get somebody on. And here's Moustakas. I'll be high ball 1. If Kansas City could win this game, it would turn this series around. A swing and a miss here, 1-1. With 1 out. To left field, and caught. 2 outs. That's Gerald Williams with the catch. And now Alex Gordon. Alex, and that's going to be a strike. Strike to Alex Gordon there. And 1-1. 1-0 here. They throw to first. They get him. They get him. Oh my, they pick him off. Another disaster inning for Kansas City. It's 1-0 Atlanta. There you see it. Series tied at 1. Atlanta leading 3-0 in that game. Series tied at 1. Tampa Bay leading 3-2. Houston and Baltimore. It's 3-3 there. Believe me, Baltimore doesn't want to drop that and go down 3-0. Very big there. Klesko had a 2-run home run. So 3-3 there, and right here it's 1-0. Top of the 5th. Let's check to see if anybody has said anything in either places. Nope. And here they go. I'll be inside ball 1. Ozzie Guillen. They'll take a low 2-0. Volquez with 68 pitches. This will be his 69th, and jammed. Picked up, third. Throwing, and they get Guillen 1 out. Not that many hits today. And here's Andrew Jones. I guess with not that many hits today, the biggest thing is the solo shot by Atlanta. If they had a solo home run, Jones to left field, and that'll be caught 2 outs. So Lorenzo Cain. Then they will have an insurance run now. And it looks like not many runs are going to score today. And that'll be fouled off for Brian Jordan. He's 0 for 2. Jones was 2 for 2, and he stole both bases. So here's Jordan. It'll be fouled off 1-2 with 2 outs. Evan Longoria, it's a 3-run home run, and they lead Baltimore there 6-2. The pitch here, it's going to be 2-2. To Brian Jordan, a right fielder. High pop fly. And underneath, first baseman makes a catch, and that's 3 outs. That's Eric Hosmer with the catch. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0. So here's Gordon, Colon, and Escobar. Gordon is 0 for 1. And that'll be fouled away. 1 strike. So Alex Gordon trying to get on again. And it'll be a swing and a miss. Kansas City, I should say, trying to get on again with 1 out or less. They did that in the last 2 innings. This will be high pop fly to right. And it'll come down 1 out. Here's Christian Colon, who's 1 for 1 today. At home, he's hitting .221. That'll be a strike. And 1-1. Fouled back, 1-2. So Christian Colon, a 1-2. And it's 2-2. Hit on the ground. 2-2 with 1 out. And he jammed him, but he'll go short to first. 3 outs. The end of 5. No, that's 2 outs. Sorry. My goodness, this game is just grooving along, and it is what it is. Here's Escobar. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a strike. So John Smoltz is going through here. He's only given up 2 hits today and 1 walk. Striking out 2, and you know, that's big. High pop fly to right. And underneath, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing going for Kansas City. It's 1-0. We go to the 6th. I mean, you got to look at this. This is Cincinnati getting a run. Atlanta looking very strong here. Here's Chipper. Remember, they took Baltimore to 7 games. Chipper will foul it off, 0-1. They're 1 game away from the championship last year. And that'll be down low, 1-1. So here's Chipper. He walked in the third. Fouled off. You think about the totality of what Kansas City has to do. It is a daunting task. But you just take it 1 game at a time. It'll be 2-2. If they can get Kansas, if they can get Atlanta and win a game like this, you know, their pitchers might have 1 bad inning. Brooks Robinson grounded into a double play, but a run scored at 6-4 there. And they walk him. Volquez has walked 5. And Chipper's on first. Here's Klesko. And high and inside, ball 1. Baltimore has gone up 5-3. Donnie Buford, a 2-run home run. And it hit him. And that is really walk number 6. So now 2 are on with nobody out. And this is Javi Lopez. Again, he's not giving up hits. He's giving up walks. And there's a hit he gives up. Are they going to score this one? They throw it home. It's going to be a bases loaded with nobody out. And this can be a big turning point. This can be a really big turning point. And here's Brett Boone, 0 for 1. If they get runs, it'll be big. If they don't, what a defensive. They hit him. He hits him. He hit 2 people. He's walked. It's 2-0. And Atlanta gets the run, and they only got 1 hit on this. And Volquez is still in. To Randall Simon, 0 for 2. And ball 1. Volquez is imploding. And down below, he picks it up. They throw to home. They get 1. They throw to first. They get safe. He's safe. They don't get 2. That would have been big. They get 1, and here's Gerald Williams. Williams is going to be high and inside, ball 1. 2-0 now, Atlanta. And that's going to be a strike. You might look through and go, oh, 2 runs on 3 hits. He's walked 5, and he's also hit 2 batters. Inside, 2-1. The pitch, a swing and a miss. It's 2-2 with 1 out. Struck him out. They take away the sacrifice. And now Ozzie Guillen is 0 for 2. He needs a base hit now. High ball 1. He needs to get on with a walk or a hit. No sacrifice. There's 2 outs. On the ground to first. They throw it over. They get him out. Atlanta only gets 1 run. It's not even a happy medium. They've been leaving people on. It's 2-0. There's problems. Kane, Dyson, and Morales. And John Smoltz has to keep it up. Kane fouls it off. Atlanta's been leaving opportunity on the bases. There's a shot short to first. 1 out. If Kansas City can win this game, they can steal this game. That might turn everything around. Fouled off there, 0-1. Smoltz to Dyson. Did he go? Yeah, they call it. Oh. Outside, not a swing. Struck him out. And there's 2 outs. A rough at bat. Here's Kendry Morales. For Kansas City, their biggest goal right now, besides taking the lead, it's just getting a run. And they can't get anybody on base anymore. 2 hits for the game. The end of the 6th inning, it's 2-0. Out of town, Atlanta up 4-1 over Cincinnati. Baltimore, Tampa Bay has the bases loaded with 2 outs. And top of the 5th, 5-3, Baltimore leads Houston. Here it's 2-0, top of the 7th. Jones, Jordan, and Chipper Jones. So here's Andrew. An unbelievable postseason, strike 1. Andrew Jones walked twice, and he had a ground out. There's a shot and a base hit. He's 1 for 2 with 2 walks, and he stole the last 2 times. Here's Brian Jordan. Still Volquez is in. Jordan swinging a miss. They got to go fastball. And they go again to throw to second, and he's safe. Andrew Jones, his 3rd stolen base today. The 100th pitch. Outside 2-1. High pop fly. Underneath. Caught it, 2 outs. And here's Chipper. And it's going to be a strike. So Chipper Jones has walked every time he's up to left field and fouled it off. The 0-2. He didn't go, 1-2. It's a big runner at second. You know, Andrew Jones is solid runner. That's a base hitter. They're going to send him home to make it 3-0. No, they won't. It'll be 1st and 3rd. Again with 1 out, here's Ryan Klesko's 0 for 2. And that'll be a pitch out, ball 1. Perez is having all the hard times in the world. It'll be 1-1. And a strike there, 1-2. Struck him out. 2 outs. And here's Javi. 2 for 3 today. And a new pitcher, Joe Blanton. Joe Blanton is in. He has 14 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3.86 ERA, giving up 4 earned runs, 10 hits, and 9 1/3 innings pitched. On the ground, his first pitch. They pick it up. They throw to second. He gets the out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Atlanta gets nothing. Bottom of the 7th, Atlanta leaving everybody on base. And here's Salvador Perez. John Smoltz has only thrown 65 pitches. And Perez fouled it off. He's been run all over by Andrew Jones today. Swing and a miss here. It'll be 0-2. Smoltz pitching a heck of a game. And it'll be 1-2. 1-2 to Perez. Hard hit to left field. That's going to hit the wall and a base hit. Here comes Perez around first, and they go to second. And a leadoff double. Well, they needed a spark, and they got it. They got it, and Perez hits a double. With nobody out. And here's Eric Hosmer. Here in the bottom of the 7th in Game 3. Atlanta leads the game and the series 2-0. Hosmer 0 for 1. And that's going to be a strike. This can be very big. They want at least a run. And that'll be low ball 1. Atlanta has had runners on all day. And it's going to be 2-1. So Hosmer there. A swing and a miss. That hurt. It's 2-2. Nobody out. Runner on second, and it is 3-2. Full count to Hosmer. They got Moustakas next. The 3-2 to Hosmer. Fouled it off. So big for Hosmer. He can take the direction in this inning in a positive one. That's a shot and a base hit. Are they going to try and score him from third? They pick it up. They throw home. No, they're not. It'll be first and third. But nobody out. And here comes Kansas City. The first time they've really had pressure on Atlanta. And here's Moustakas. He's hitting 200. He's 0 for 2 today. Smoltz is in trouble. Bottom of the 7th. Game 3. And inside it'll be a ball. Ball 1. He held up. 2-0 Atlanta. And that'll be a strike. Nothing Atlanta leads. Hard hit and a base hit. It's 2-1. And that's big for Kansas City. They throw to third. They could get him. Let's see. They throw in. And he is safe. He's safe. And it's 2-1. Oh my goodness. And right now here's Alex Gordon. They would steal this game if they would win it. 2-1, bottom of the 7th. Gordon, a swing and a miss there, 0-1. Gordon, Colon, and Escobar. Oh, and he takes out one for a strike. They got 2 batters to hit a fly ball. And 2 batters to hit a fly ball, that's it. It'll be on the ground. He could even hit into a double play and that would score a run. High and away, 1-2. Smoltz needs a strikeout here. 2-1, bottom of the 7th. Gordon. Low, 2-2. Kansas City can win. The next game would be pivotal. The 2-2. On the ground. They're going to throw to first. They only go to first. They only get 1. So it's going to be 1 out. And here's Christian Colon, who's 1 for 2. So big. And Colon, that's going to be low ball 1. 7th inning. Kansas City, it's 2-1 Atlanta. And that's going to be a strike. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Huge to Colon. Swing and a miss there. It's 1-2. If he were to strike him out, that would be one of the plays of the game. The 1-2. High, 2-2. He's not going to get that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Christian Colon. Struck him out. A huge strikeout for John Smoltz. And now it's going to come down to Alcides Escobar. This could be the series right here. It could be the series. And low ball 1. If Escobar gets on, then Kane would be up next. The 1-0. That's going to be a shot and a base hit. And they're going to go around third. Are they going to try and score? And they're going to try and score. The throw home. This guy is going to be safe. It's 3-2, and Kansas City has a huge lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Kansas City a very big lead. A huge lead. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Oh my goodness. And here's Lorenzo Kane. 2 outs. And that'll be a ball 1. They pitch it out. Can Kane get on again? They might need more than this. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1. Very big and high pop fly to right. And underneath, he'll make the catch, 3 outs. But Kansas City now has a 3-2 lead. We go to the 8th. Wow. You want to talk about people left on base? Atlanta's had a ton. We go to the 8th. Wade Davis will be in. They're not messing around. Wade Davis, 16 strikeouts, no walks. Giving up 4 earned runs and 9 hits. He's going to be going for a 2-inning save. And here's Brett Boone. 0 for 1 today, but an RBI. And the pitch. It'll be ball 1. So ball 1 here. And that's going to be ball 2. Wade Davis. This would be big if Boone gets on. He has 5 home runs, 15 RBI. Remember, it's only a 1-run game. It'll be 3-0. Not the start Davis wanted. And that'll be a strike. 99 miles an hour for Wade Davis. The 3-1. And fouled it off. It'll be 3-2. They got 6, 7, and 8, 9, 1, and 2. That'll be a big one in the 9th inning. That's why I think Kansas City needs an insurance run. There's a base hit. So a big base hit there. And one will be on, but nobody out. Atlanta's been pounding on the door all night, but hasn't been able to get in. Randall Simon. 1-0. And it'll be 1-1. Wade Davis. That'll be a shot on the ground. This could be 6-4-3. No, they're just going to first to get 1 out. Boone will get the second. And 1 out, and look at Cincinnati. It's 4-3 there. Tampa Bay leading 9-4. They want to get a lead in Baltimore. Baltimore 5-3 at home. Here to top of the 8th, here's Gerald Williams. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Williams on the ground again. This will be short to first, 2 outs. They got 2 outs, a big 2 outs. And now Ozzie Guillen. Guillen is 0 for 3. Quick work. And that's going to be a strike. Again, he needs all his power for the 9th inning. Getting these outs like he is big. A swing and a miss there. It's 0-2. He's going to try for a 3-pitch strikeout. It wouldn't surprise me if he just fastball let it rip. Got him! And there it is on the outside corner. Right there's the fastball right past him. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City, it's a big inning for them. The bottom of the 8th, it is a big inning. They got Dyson, Morales, and Perez. Don't think that they don't need a run here. Smoltz will stay in and keep the bullpen fresh. I think the feeling is he just had a slip up. And it's going to be ball 1. Jared Dyson, Morales, and Perez. And outside 2-0. So Jared Dyson is 0 for 3. And that'll be a strike, 2-1. The 2-2. Struck him out, and that's going to be 1 out. Kendry Morales, who's 1 for 3. And that's going to be driven to right field. That's going to hit the ground at a base hit. Morales will now go to second, and Morales will be in for a stand-up double, and that is big. If they can get the insurance run, that would be big. And here's Salvador Perez. Perez started it last inning. He started, and it's going to be strike one high. The first close game of the series. Right now, Kansas City leading 3-2. A chance to make it for Perez. That'll be a ball down low. 7th inning, top of it. Pete Rose is up, bases loaded. That's big. But Perez is 1 for 3. Last inning with the double, and it's going to be ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss here, and it's 2-2. 2-2 with 1 out. On the ground, it's going to be foul. Still alive is Perez, who gave up 3 stolen bases to Andrew Jones today, and he strikes out looking. There's 2 outs. Boy, that run at second, Kendry Morales, is so big. And here's Eric Hosmer, 1 for 2 today. Hosmer, high to left field. Is it going to hit the ground? It's going to hit the ground. Are they going to score? They throw home. No, they're not going to attempt it. It's 1st and 3rd now. First and 3rd, and here's Moustakis, who's hitting .213. And Moustakis hitting .213 here. The pitch, it's going to be ball 1. New pitcher, Kevin McGlinchey. McGlinchey, 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 6 hits, struck out 5, walked none. A big at-bat for Moustakis, who's 1 for 3. A chance for Kansas City to put a cushion between them and Atlanta. And it's going to be high, ball 2. Really big. And that'll be 2-1. They call that one a strike. Fans didn't like that. The pitch. A swing and a miss there. 2-2 with 2 outs. The 2-2. Right to first, they get him out. It's 3 outs. They go to the 9th. The score, Kansas City 3, Atlanta 2. So here we go, top of the 9th. Andrew Jones. This is such a big at-bat because if Jones gets on, then everybody else has a chance to take the lead. Could be something big. Wade Davis trying for the 2-inning save. And that's going to be high, ball 1. Jones has stolen 3 bases today. And to left field, and that's going to be a base hit, so Andrew Jones is on. You got the feeling that was going to happen, and he's the lead runner. He's the lead runner. He's the guy. And here's Brian Jordan. Jordan is 0 for 4. With Jones on first. And a swing and a miss there, 0-1. You got the feeling somebody would be on, and there were people hoping it would be no on with 1 out. And a swing and a miss here, 0-2 to Jordan. Very big for Brian Jordan. The 0-2. Struck him out. And 1 out. Now they got the double play clause. Chipper Jones, who's 1 for 1 today, the rest have been walks. He can end the game if he hits into a double play. Jones is on first. Davis, and that's going to be a strike. Remember, he had a consecutive save streak this year. I still think he has the most. And that'll be fouled it off quickly. 0-2. Wade Davis trying to get the 2-inning save. And that'll be fouled again. 3-2 Kansas City, they lead. The pitch. On the ground again, foul. Top of the ninth, 1 out. Trying to get it by Chipper Jones. Chipper staying alive. He's 1 for 1 with a couple walks. Down low, it'll be 1-2. Huge. Huge, huge. The pitch. Down low again, 2-2. Andrew Jones has 55 speed. That'll be on the ground. Still 2-2. Staying alive. This will be pitch number 8. Pitch number 8 to Chipper. Ball, it's down low. It's 3-2 with 1 out. Kansas City wants to steal this game. They do. The 3-2. High pop fly to left. Underneath. And making the catchers 2 outs. 2 outs, and here's Klesko. Ryan Klesko 0 for 3. Wade Davis 1 more out away. And that's a high strike. The 0-1 to Klesko. To right field, it'll hook foul, and it'll be Fowler down to their last strike. Klesko hitting .213 for the playoffs, 0 for 3 today. The ball outside, 1-2. Struck him out, and that's the game, and Kansas City has made it 2-1. I guess the question now is, what's the momentum like? I don't think it has shifted into Kansas City's favor yet. I don't think. I think that it has been neutralized. That game number 4, nobody has the momentum. The player of the game, Edison Volquez, 6 2/3, 5 hits. He gave up 2 runs. He gave up 5 walks, though. I don't know. I think Smoltz pitched a little better of a game, even though he gave up 3 earned runs. Runners left on. For Atlanta, they left 11 on base. 11. And when you lead 11 on, and you only have 2 runs, that's big. The Royals did 6, which is about normal. But then again, they had 8 base hits. So Smoltz with the loss, Blanton with the win, and Wade Davis with the save. It's 2-1 now. So now we're going to go to Atlanta and Cincinnati in the top of the 8th inning. Atlanta 95 against Cincinnati here in Atlanta. So Concepcion will be on. There's 1-1 with 1 out, top of the 8th. It's 4-3. Geronimo is on first. Concepcion, who's 1 for 3 today, going against Mark Wohlers. And Wohlers inside a ball, 2-1. Cincinnati is coming back as they usually do. A swing and a miss there. It'll be 2-2 with 1 out. Atlanta led 3-0 and 4-1. And now it's 4-3. Top of the 8th. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2 outs. So the 15th-seeded Atlanta Braves of 1995 with 2 outs now. And here's Ken Griffey, who's 2 for 4. Griffey, and that's going to be fouled away. Runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 8th. That's going to be a strike. He takes that one, 0-2. The 0-2. And outside, 1-2. 4-3. The pitch. And it'll be 2-2 now to Griffey. Griffey hitting .411 in the playoffs. That's 2 series. Struck him out, and there he goes. And Atlanta is still ahead, 4-3. We're in game number 3 here. Game 3. It is a 1-1 tie in the series. And Klesko, Lopez, and Jones. So here's Klesko. And that's going to be a strike. Bottom of the 8th. And a ball there inside, 1-1. Swing and a miss here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Klesko, Lopez, and Jones. Tampa Bay is up 9-4 in their game. Struck him out. That's going to be 1 out. McEnany is the pitcher, Will McEnany. He's come in this game. He doesn't have the greatest ERA available, but here's Javi Lopez. Javi will foul it off, 0-1. With 1 out. The pitch, high pop fly to left field. And underneath, it'll be 2 outs. So Cincinnati close, trying to get this thing. I mean, right now it's 4-3. They're trying to shut down Atlanta so they don't get the insurance run. And McEnany inside for a ball. The Chipper Jones hitting .255. And it's going to be ball 2. To right field. And hooking foul, and it will be. 2-1 with 2 outs. The pitch. High into left field. And underneath, and Cincinnati is going to get 3 more outs. They got to get 3 more. They got 3 outs to get a run. It's 4-3. Well, again, Baltimore leading Houston 7-3, and Tampa Bay up 10-4. So it looks like Tampa Bay is going to take a 2-1 lead. So here's Joe Morgan. You got Morgan, Foster, and bench, and it's all up to Mark Wohlers. Wohlers is staying in here in the top of the 9th. Here's Joe Morgan. It's going to be a ball outside, 1-0. Morgan hitting .279. That'll be fouled away, 1-1. 1-1. Out away again. It's going to be 1-2. The 1-2 to Morgan. Hard hit to first and picked up 1 out. Atlanta 2 outs away from going up 2-1 in the series. And here's George Foster's 1 for 4. And that's going to be a strike. 15th seeded Atlanta. They beat number 1. They won against, I believe, number 3. And it'll be 1-1. 15th seed. No, they beat number 2. And then they swept number 1. They beat the 76 Reds. Struck him out. There's 2 outs. 1 out away. Here's Steve Avery. He's coming in. He's coming in to get the last out. He's got Johnny Bench, who's 0 for 4 today. Johnny Bench is good for the dramatic home runs. The pitch, it's going to be down low, ball 1. Steve Avery trying to close it out. He's a new pitcher. And swing and a miss, 1-1. If they can take a 2-1 lead, that would be big. The 2-1. And it'll be fouled away, 1-2. It's the 1-1, so it's 1-2. Down to his last strike, Johnny Bench, the 1-2. Struck him out, and that's it. Atlanta comes out, and they have a 2-1 lead in the series. 2-1. Well, you better believe it. They swept the other Reds. They have won 6 of 7 versus Cincinnati. And a big 4-3 win here. The question is, how long can this go? Player of the game is John Smoltz. A lot of pitchers winning players of the game. Cincinnati left 10 on. But that's why you play series. A 2-run home run by Ryan Klesko. Klesko's been unbelievable with home runs. 6 home runs now. And now we go to it's 8-3 there with 1 out. Actually, we're just going to go here and see if it becomes closer in any of the games. Nope. Well, it's 10-6. So because it's 10-6, within 1 score, we go to Baltimore. It's Tampa Bay and Baltimore. It's another 1-1 series. So here comes Crawford, Iwamura, and Upton. Here in the top of the 9th. And that'll be fouled off. Grant Jackson is in pitching. And if he can hold Tampa Bay, it might be a maybe. It's 1-1. Crawford, Iwamura, and Upton. High pop fly. Underneath is Powell. No. Second baseman Davey Johnson, 1 out. And here's Iwamura. It was 10-4. And now it's 10-6, ball 1 to Iwamura. High pop fly deep, but underneath is the center fielder, and that's going to be caught. 2 outs. 2 outs, and here's Melvin Upton, who's 2 for 3. Melvin, and that's going to be a ball 1, below ball 1. And fouled off 1-1. So Upton, the center fielder, hitting .365 in the playoffs. To right field, this one's going to hit the ground. And let's see how far Melvin can go. He's around first, and he's going to second. It might be to third. No, he just slides into second. It'll be a double. Now this becomes a big run because if they score, they neutralize one of the runs they got last inning, and they make it 5. Here's Bartlett against Grant Jackson. And that's going to be a ball, 1-0. And a hard hit to left field and a base hit. Are they going to send anybody home? Melvin's coming home, the throw to the plate, and it's 11-6. That might do it. And here's Evan Longoria, 2 for 4, a home run and 4 RBI. Longoria to right, and it's going to curve foul, 0-1. Will that run be that big? The 0-1. And he did not go, 1-1. They throw to first, he's safe. Hard hit to right field, and underneath the catch, 3 outs. 11-6, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, 11-6, Robinson, Blair, and Bellinger. And Balfour will be in, and this is it for Tampa Bay to get a 2-1 lead. So here's Balfour against Brooks. And a strike there. 11-6. Hitting 370. It'll be 1-1. Brooks. Low, 2-1. 11-6. Hard in, and that's going to be foul. 2-2. No other games right now. Every other game is finished. So the 2-2. Struck him out, and that was so big. They always have an out here with a rally. So if they get a rally, there's always going to be an out, and here's Paul Blair. 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a strike on the inside. Grant Balfour trying to go 1, 2, and 3. In this inning, it's going to be 0-2. Blair not starting well. That run was big. And that's going to be a strike 3 again. It struck him out. 11-6, bottom of the ninth. Here's Bellinger, 1 for 3. A swing and a miss here, 0-1. Tampa Bay of 08 about to get the lead in the series. It'll be 1-1 with 2 outs. 1-1 to Bellinger. High and 2-1. 2-1. 2-2 with 2 outs. The pitch. Down low to 3-2. 3-2 with 2 outs. Struck him out, and that's it. 11-6, and that ends the day. Tampa Bay, a 2-1 in the series. Well, taking a look here, 2-1 in the series. And we're going to take a look here. Tomorrow you can see we'll finish that. And taking a look at the playoffs here, let's look at this. Atlanta 2-1. Atlanta beat Cincinnati 2 in a row. They won 5-2 and 4-3. Gary Nolan against Jason Schmidt. Jason Schmidt. And it's that kind of a day for me. So Atlanta 2-1 right now. That's big. For the Braves, the Royals came back and won 3-2. They got beat by 5 runs in the first 2 games, but the Royals come back and they win that one. Now Tom Glavine against Danny Duffy. If Kansas City can win Game 4, that's when I believe they have the momentum. The Rays are up 2-1. Orioles won 6-3. The Rays won 3-1. And the Rays won Game 3, 11-6. And now the Astros were blown out today. Hammered, blown out, big. It was 3-3, then 5-3 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, and 3 in the 8th. The Astros only got 4 hits. The player of the game was Paul Blair. He went 4 for 5, a home run, 3 singles, drove in 4, and he scored once. So a lot of good things happening here. Looking in, now we have every series is 2-1. Nobody can clinch in Game 4. I think it's big for the Royals and big for the Orioles of 71. Because if they got to go back to Tampa Bay and win 2 there, that might be too much. Maybe, maybe not. The Astros got to regroup themselves in their series, and Cincinnati's got to get runs in. Both Cincinnati of 75 and Atlanta of 99 left a lot of people on base and could have won their games. They both lost by 1 run and had everybody stranded all over the place in the day. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on the best computer baseball and football game. All right, all right. I'll give you my opinions. To simulate and watch, all right, there's a few different ones. I like to have fun and get simulation. They get simulation results and to have fun. Okay, there's the fun factor and there's the simulation factor. Sometimes you can mix, sometimes there's none. So for the mix of the fun and the simulation is Pro Strategy Football. For the mix of fun and simulation. Because Pro Strategy Football gives you a visual product that looks really good. And the simulation, I would say, is about an 8 out of 10. There's a couple things missing, but your meat and potatoes, it's believable, and it is really good. If you just want pure number crunching, then 2nd and 10 is really, really good. I like 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, very believable and all that. If you like to coach and be a coach on the sidelines, that's where Action PC is. If you want to be like, if you want to take over a team and coach and actually feel like you won a game, Action PC is really good. For baseball, I like Out of the Park because you get all the seasons ever in history for free. You get them all for free. You get so that's, you can play the 1912 middle of the pack team against the 1930 middle of the pack team. Now all the games and teams are there for Pro Strategy Football. That's also a thing, and also for 2nd and 10, the seasons, you get all the seasons. You can play any team you want to in both those games when you're talking about the pro level. Action PC is more expensive. You need to buy the seasons. That could be a deal breaker. So for baseball, I like really this. Now, if you're a PC player, run games and watch. Okay, so run games and watch, I would say Pro Strategy Football is the most fun to watch. For baseball, I'm going to say right now, if you're going to just run games and watch, oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to do soccer tonight. I'll also do 1983. I'll get a game done there. That'll be good. If you're going to watch for baseball, I like this, but it can get hard to mod. It's easy, really, to mod, but it's a little bit of labor. If you do a season replay, it's easy because I think it's already in there. If you do a custom historical league, you gotta mod everything by hand. Now I'm gonna show you something on mine. I'm gonna show you. This is what I took. I have 104 teams in this. 52 over here and 52 over here, and it took me a few hours because what I had to do was I had to go into a team, I'll say like, let's do a fun one. Milwaukee of 82. And I had to go for each team, I had to hit settings, and I had to hit modify, and then I had to download mods where it would give me, I would have to hit, you couldn't use auto load, you have to hit select, you had to go all the way down into mods, and it's easy to do, but it takes time. It takes so much time. And there we go, we got the 82 Brewers. If I replay the 82 season here, then the 82 Brewers, you know, it is what it is. You know, they'll already be modded. Now for the stadiums, there are stadium packs that automatically go in. When you load the stadium pack, it'll be, when you load the stadium pack, first you have to load the stadium pack, and then you have to load the game. So what I mean is this, you load the stadium pack, then you hit new game, and then you get your teams. For me, I didn't do it that way. So what I had to do was I had to go here. I had to go to, what's it? The Brewers, I had to go to settings. I had to go to edit ballpark right there. And then I had to just pick county stadium. There's files and a way to do it. If you got to do it manually, I'll help you on that. But you can see now there's county stadium of 1982. The only thing I would say is if you run a league and watch, the unforeseen thing that I am hitting in this league, and it's very important to realize that it is unforeseen, because you don't want to create something and then all of a sudden go, oh man, like that. You know that feeling. Is the chance of what the British call derbies. It's the same city versus the same city. Now here, the Yankees and Mets would be fine if they meet. But I want to show you something in my playoffs. That the playoffs right here, see I have Atlanta of 99 and Atlanta of 95. Now if these two make it, I'm going to simulate because these are the same teams. They're pretty much the same teams. And nobody wants to watch an inter-squad scrimmage. You know, over here, Baltimore is the same thing. So if Baltimore wins both these series and Atlanta wins both these series, then the semifinals I won't have broadcasted semifinals, because the 71 and the 69 are pretty much the same teams. Nobody wants to watch the same team versus the same team, and it's difficult. It might seem exciting and funny by game 1, but by game 3 and 4, it's like, oh, come on, just give us a winner. It's the same people. You lose the perception of somebody actually losing when they lose. You know, Jim Palmer's going to be in 71 and 69. So in reality, he's not going to care. He's going to be in anyway. Same with most of these players. So Atlanta, same way. So what I did in 2nd and 10 football, and what I'm going to do in all the other sports, I did this in 2nd and 10, and you can watch my videos and see this on YouTube. What I did was I put a lot of seasons together, and I simulated, and I let the computer pick for me. Let them pick, because remember with these teams, because the goal is to have the most competitive league. You don't want a league where halfway through one team is just blowing people out. That's why I'm very picky and choosy in the leagues, the years that I replay, because a lot of years, especially in baseball, there are big teams. Like there are standout teams, and it's like, okay, well, the Detroit Tigers of 84, they're 30-5. It's 35 of 162 games. So with this, next year, I'm going to simulate 100 seasons in custom. I won't worry about modding them because I'm not going to show them. I don't care if I got the purple Yankees. But what I'm going to do is mod 50 and 50, and then the top five teams out of the last 100 years, I'm going to put in to 10 games, a 10-team league, and then I'm going to simulate that. So there's 2 stages. First stage is 50 and 50. The second stage, it'll be odds and evens. So the second stage will be the 5 top from the odds, the 5 top from the evens, and then what you do is 10 teams. You simulate 162. That's all you do. That's what you would do. Yeah, just let the computer pick. Because the thing I think we miss is we have our own biases when we pick. And then when we pick and we try to use a metric to pick, what happens is we use a metric, but it's not based on the game. So when we use a metric, we'll use, like I used my best SRS ratings, and that was a wonky league. It was good. It was very competitive, but it's very wonky. And it was really weird. And it was a good final and everything like that, but it was bizarre. And yeah, you can, okay, if you want stock teams, it's very easy for baseball. It's very, very easy. And for football, it's actually very easy. Pro Strategy Football is easy. There's 2 steps. You download the teams, and then all you do is download the teams, and then the instructions. It's actually really, really, really simple. I'm terrible at technology. Baseball, it's good. The hardest one to mod is soccer. The hardest one to mod. Because you got to go in, you got to change the files for sound. I had to learn. It took me 20, 30 hours to mod Pez for my regular Team World Cup, and that was tough. So I'm in Chiang Mai, Thailand right now. So I know it's late there in the States. I'm from the States, from Pittsburgh, but so I don't want to keep you on too long. But I'll tell you that right now that this is baseball. It's easy. Now, the MLB The Show, I like it. It gets you immersed in the games. And all you do is download a roster. All you do. Because when you go in to the different teams in MLB The Show, the uniforms are already there. They're not perfect, but they're already there. So you don't need to worry too much about MLB The Show. You just simply download a roster, and that's like 2 clicks. That's easy. Anybody. Watch a tutorial. New Jersey, what part? I used to live in southern Jersey. I used to live in a place called Tabernacle outside Medford when I was little. But it's good. It's good. But I'll tell you what, I do love sitting back and watching. I also have a 1988 NFL that I'm doing now. But what I'm going to do in the future is I try and keep it to the seasons. So I'm going to start my football simulation, the best and the worst ever. Then what I'm going to do in second and 10. So I'm going to do the best and worst ever. I got my Legends World Cup that starts today. And then I'm going to do the Legends Basketball Tournament. When you do the Legends Basketball Tournament, that's good. With all the old teams. No trading, no injuries. Oh, yeah. Put injuries off. That's your biggest thing. 2 things. 1, it's great to have the show 20 because you always want a year behind. Because everybody's been working on mods for a year. So when you get the new games, people have been only working for a few months. When you get to MLB The Show 20, people have been working for years. A year or 2 or 3 years. Second, if you want realism, you can keep the injuries on. If you want to win bets about who was the best, turn them off. Turn off trading and injuries. Because the last thing you want to do is set up a beautiful league, and now Babe Ruth is playing for the 82 Brewers, which happened to me. And I'm like, what the heck is he doing for the Brewers? Or else you don't want to have a great series coming up, and all of a sudden 2 people go down with injury. And then what's the point? You go to the semifinals or the finals. Second and 10 is a football simulation. It's go to Google, hit second and 10 PC, and then you can look on the website. It's easy. You can download the game and try it for 3 days. But it's a stats heavy game. The people don't move. So it shows you the formations, and the people are not going to move. So yeah, especially with football. I am saying especially with football. Because let's say you do an 85 season replay. We missed the greatest Super Bowl in the history of the NFL. We missed the greatest Super Bowl ever in 1985 when the Patriots upset the Dolphins. Now, let's say the Dolphins make it to the Super Bowl against the Bears, and you're all excited, and they're winning the AFC Championship 31-6, and all of a sudden Marino gets hurt, and he's out for the Super Bowl. What in the world? Or else, let's say 3 linebackers are out for the Bears, and they make the Super Bowl, and you're like, what in the world? You don't get a true answer. You don't get a true answer, and then all of a sudden you're playing. And then you say, oh, well, Chicago beat them 20-6. Yeah, but without Dan Marino. And then you say, oh, well, Miami beat them 30-13. Yeah, but they didn't have like Richard Dent. They didn't have Mike Singletary. They didn't have Walter Payton, the running back, because they're out with injuries. So turn the injuries and trades off. Because it sucks. You'll spend time. The best part about making seasons, and you'll love this, in the very beginning you want to replay seasons and say, all right, well, Bill Cowher might have been, you might say, oh, he's an idiot, so the Steelers had the talent to win all the way. So let's redo the 94 season and see how they, or 95. And then you're going to get creative. And what's going to happen is you're going to take some time. And the sandbox element is the best. The sandbox is the best. Creation of these are the best. Because you're like, oh, well, what if we do the best of this? Or what if we do the best of this? Or what if we just do my favorite teams of all time? Or, what if we replay the 92 World Series? And you can do this. Let's say Stan Belinda gets 3 outs in Game 7 in the 92 NLCS. And Chico Lean doesn't have the error or whatever. 2nd and 10 mean by giving your machine ID? I'm not sure. All right. 2nd and 10 works like this. You download 2nd and 10, and you can play it for 3 days. Your machine ID is this, not your IP address. They don't want any of this. When you pay for the full 2nd and 10 season, when you pay for the whole program, it'll give you a code that says, okay, you're fully paid. You cut and paste that code into the 2nd and 10. So you just cut and paste it. It's not your IP, which I would never, ever do. Never, because I watched internet videos about this guy that scams the scammers. Like, people try and scam, and he scams. And he, looks at people through the webcams and all that stuff. And they're showing, I'm like, oh, my God. So I don't give anything out like that. But when 2nd and 10 says that, what you do is you download the program, and it has an internal timer. So after 3 days, the program says, all right, you tried it. If you want more of it, you buy it. If you buy it, the developer, usually within 24 hours, sends you the registration code. And all you do is you cut and paste that in. If you don't want to do anything like that, it's extremely understandable, because today, unfortunately, more and more, I don't trust things I find on the internet independent. But I wouldn't. Now Steam, if you have Steam, which is verified and everything like that, Steam has Pro Strategy Football in it. And it also has the Out of the Park Baseball. So if you don't give your IP, oh my God, never give that out. That'd be a friggin' scam. I hate that anyway. I've been hit up for like 3 scams already, and I haven't really done anything. People have hacked my stuff 3 times. So with that, I can tell you, the Super Bowl tournament is another really good page. He'll tell you about 2nd and 10. He knows the people there. Just don't ever send your IP. But what it is basically, you buy it, the guy sends you his generated code, you put it in, boom. Now, if you don't want to do that, which is extremely understandable, then Steam has Pro Strategy Football and Out of the Park Baseball. So Pro Strategy Football, you pay Steam, it goes through Steam, it's easy in Steam. The mods are free. You can download every season in the history of the NFL. Pro Strategy Football comes with generic teams, generic. But what you do is, it's free. The mods are all free. Super Bowl tournament, Mike in the truck. He's the guy that made every season. That guy used to actually professionally write ratings for games. So he used to be a professional game rater. So he rated those games. So those mods are like mods. It's not just some fan saying, oh, I like Kenny Stabler, give him 99, and give this person a 3 because I hated the Steelers or whatever. I like the Steelers, but I'm just giving you a thing. He actually used to rate them, and he has videos on his own channel. Yeah, I would do that in a second. Yeah, don't do anything you're not uncomfortable with. Because you know what? If you do something you're uncomfortable with, instead of enjoying the game, you got that thing in the back of your head the whole time. You know, you got that thing in the back of your head. Hey, what's this code? Hey, what's this? This is independent, you know? So yeah, so the mods for Pro Strategy Football are rated by a guy that actually rated, and I talked to him. He's very accessible. If you go to his page and you ask him questions, he'll easily tell you, you know, and on his page, it's called Super Bowl Tournament. I'll write it down here. This is Super Bowl Tournament. There we go. I hate this keyboard. Super Bowl Tournament. It's one word, I believe. But anyway, yeah, it's like how he does it. How he takes stats, how he converts stats to everything. So, and that's how the pros do it. So it's really exciting because when you take a look, it's how, you know, it's the same philosophy the Madden people use. It's the same philosophy, and there is bias and opinions in there. But the goal is to try and get the bias and opinions down to a formula that takes a lot of it out. This is really, really fun to do because you know why? Two reasons why I do this. When I was a kid growing up and you watch sports, they used to go into the sports aspect of it. Not whose girlfriend is this, not who's this, not who's this. They used to do sports, and I miss that. So when the pandemic hit, I'm like, okay, I want to do sports here. Yeah, don't. Your machine ID, don't. No, it's not your machine ID. It's not your machine ID. It would be the code that you sent to them. But yeah, you're not sending an IP address. Oh, dear God, don't ever do that. But still, if you're not comfortable, don't do it. I highly support you not doing anything that you're not comfortable with. Again, because your mind will be on what you're uncomfortable with rather than enjoying the game and have fun. But this is a really good hobby to have because here's the thing. For pro strategy football, okay, there's a difference between realism and fun. Kind of what I was saying before. Pro strategy football combines the visual element with a solid game situation. Solid. I would say it's about 8 out of 10. It's missing a couple things, and they're working on the bugs. They're really working. I told Super Bowl Tournament, I told him, I said, hey, you know, there's a couple things, but also other people, so they listen. They listen. That's great. Now, he talks, I know, back and forth with the developer. They're working on things, and it's good. It is really good. You know, so they're figuring things out. They're trying their hardest to iron out the bugs. The only things that I see personally that are missing are fourth downs early in the game. They never really go for it. It's very, very rare that they go for it on fourth downs early in the game. And you know when you're between the 40 and the 30 of the opposition, that can be a game changer or whatever. The second thing is punts that go above somebody's head and they roll for like 80 yards, 85 yards. Now, if you don't care about that, pro strategy football and a couple of the returns, pro strategy football is a solid game. It combines both. If you want all those bells and whistles of realism, second and 10, of course, is very realistic. Action PC gives you squares on the screen that represent the people. And when you see the squares and the people, now, the problem there is, I think, more of the interface. The interface takes a little bit of use to getting to. Plus, also, there's a glitch in the clock. It's not a glitch, but it's a presentation thing in which when you start a play, something with the clock, the order of operations with the clock. So even though you have a timeout and 46 seconds to go, you might throw a ball down the middle and all of a sudden it goes to 0 seconds left. And when you're watching, and you're like, what the heck? They had a timeout. Were they going to just sit and let that go? But no, it takes the time off before the play, and then they throw the play. But the problem is, the way they present it makes it look like that play, they just stood around with their thumb up there, you know what, for 46 seconds. That can get annoying in a close game, especially in the fourth quarter of a game. So the presentation there has that little click to it. So Action PC is good. All three, I would say, have good things. Quite honestly, if you want to sit back for a realistic football game and have on-screen things where the fields are correct from where they were, pro strategy football. If you want to see pro strategy football, if you want to see what it looks like, I played all three games. I'm going to give you links right now to my channel. on all three games and what they look like. So right here, here's my channel, and I'm going to give you a link to, here's uploads. Wow. 2nd and 10, I want to give you a game, but here it is. Here's 2nd and 10. I got the Broncos and the Seahawks from 2013. So here is 2nd and 10. Bam, right there. If you want, Pro Strategy Footballs by Jared Geisling, Action PC. If you're looking for realism, then Action PC, my God. Oh, this is easy. I'll search it. There we go. Here we go. Here are two games in the doubleheader of the Ray Griggy League. He's a guy here. Here, this is Action PC, and these are games. What in the world? Here we go. Now, what I did for Action PC was I made the broadcast using OBS software. So it's a little different when you look at it, and it's like, oh, wow. But it's a little different. If you want to see the Jared Geist League, here we go. The Jared Geist Bowl. Now, I did a lot of fun things here with this game. I did a lot of really fun things. So don't worry when you see it. This doesn't come with the game, but I just figured to do this. This is the Jared Geist League. But anyway, it gives you the core gameplay of all of them. So if you want to take a look, you can do that. The show is fun to watch. All you need to do is download the rosters, and it's fun. You'll have a lot more rosters for 20 than 21. So that's really good. And then that's why I got 21. Not for this year. I want to keep 21, so everybody keeps modding and modding and modding 21. I got it for next year. But there we go. Those are all three. So I know there's a lag when I ask this, so I'll wait a minute. Do you have any other questions or anything like that? It's pouring down rain here in the jungle, so who knows, the power might go out. Any questions or anything at all? The show 20 is good. You download the rosters, you have more options. So what I would do, if you're the show 20, make sure trades are off. Make sure trades are off, injuries are off if you're the show. Go online and just hit the show 20 custom rosters. You won't be able to mod the game. You can't mod non-PC games, but you can get the rosters. And what you can do is, if it is a replay of a season, you can just pick the uniforms that are the closest to that year. And you have all the rosters and you have people rating. All right. Well, hey, hit me up anytime on any of my videos with a comment if you have questions. When you do this and you want to watch, you can just put it on your channel with no announcer or anything and just do it for everybody else, and you'll get people viewing you. Since October, I'm a school counselor. So I work at international schools. I've lived in Saudi, I've lived in China, and now I'm in Thailand. So Thailand, when it opens up, will be the greatest thing you could possibly go to. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in. I'm in Chiang Mai, not in Bangkok. I'm in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is north. I'm in the mountains, and there are some places that you go that are so freaking beautiful. I mean, they're so beautiful that I have no words for them. I'll sit and I'll just stare for like 20 minutes. I've never been to any place. The southwest of the United States is probably the second beautiful. The green of Saudi is number 3. I like the mountains in China and northeastern China. The mountains in northeastern China and the wall, Mutanyu. The Mutanyu section of the wall, I like it. It's a little bit of a tourist trap, but it's freaking beautiful. The only problem with China is getting around. You got to pay people or do something. You just can't get a car and drive. Here, you can just get a car and drive. Saudi, you can just get a car and drive. You know, I'm hoping, I don't know where I'm going to end up. Oh, it is, to a point, there are pluses and minuses. It gets lonely, especially right now. So I have a lot of time on my hands. That's why I do this. It's very, the time on my hands, there's a lot. Because what do I do now? Everything's shut. And it's pouring down rain right now. So the thing about countries, especially here, is when it rains, try and avoid the road. When it does anything weather-wise, try and avoid the road. Now, it doesn't do it like Pennsylvania and New Jersey all day. It doesn't do it. So very rarely do you get rain all day. But when it hits hard, just stay off the road because trees fall down. And what happens is it won't fall on your car. What will happen is it'll fall on the road. And there's so many blind turns that when you go around a turn, you won't have time to stop when there's a tree in the middle of the road. And here, you don't want to hit a tree in the middle of the road. Also, you might get somebody swerving to miss the other lane. Like it'll be a tree in the middle of the road, but it'll only cover the other lane, and all of a sudden, a car coming the other way, boom, there we go. So it is now. It's a life. It has its pluses and minuses. If you're into it and you have a good support system, I would say do it. I would say, something like that, it's great. If you're in schools, then if you're in schools, I highly, highly recommend teaching internationally. I highly recommend because if you're teaching in schools, those pension plans and those everything that they're giving teachers now, they ain't going to be there in 20 years. 20 years is when I would retire, 25 years. So they're not going to be there now. They're not going to be there in 25 years. Everything's going to balance out, so it's not going to be the gold plan like it is now. So I go international, you make a lot more. Well, now I'm not making. In Chiang Mai, Thailand, you don't make too much. But that's okay, because it's the point of my life I can afford it. But international teaching, you do get to save a lot. A lot of times your rent and utilities paid for, and you get good experiences. I mean, Some are great, some are frustrating. It's cool. But yeah, there are a few people from New Jersey that I've known doing it. But yeah, it's good to see you. I'll sign off now. You got 3 games there. Just remember, Action PC is Al Red Sox fan does a lot. Al Red Sox fan. He does a lot of Action PC. So that means he'll do the regular. Like I goofed it up. Those 2, I spiced it up and all that stuff. But Al Red Sox fan does a straight game. And he'll play it so you can see actually what it's like to play these 3 games. Because he'll have them picking plays and doing this and that and showing the features. So he's the biggest there. But thank you very much. Thank you. Just leave me a message if you ever get stuck or if you ever want to say hi or anything like that. So thank you very much. And I hope you have a great day. I'm going to sign off now. But have a great day, and I'll catch you the next broadcast. Have a great day.